guys, it's your boy Alex, and we are back with another reaction video once again. And today, this is one that was actually requested, I believe, by my good friend Yugi Brony, who now goes by just Yugi. And this was a caddicarus reaction video that he wanted me to react to. But yeah, I actually don't remember if this was Yugi or not, but if this was, thank you for this reaction request. Today, he wanted us to take a look at a little caddicarus video titled, I'm Sorry. So, I don't know if this is actually an apology video that Caddy is doing, or if this is something entirely different. But I've seen, like, a lot of people react to it. So, I'll jump on the bandwagon and join this. So, let's not waste any time and jump right into the video. Oh, geez, those dead eyes. Well, no use dwelling right now, so we can actually get started with this. So, without further ado, let's dive right into this video and see why this is called I'm Sorry. Maybe it is an apology video for something, I don't know, but let's get to it. So, start the video in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And I'm hoping you guys are actually liking the way I have a new setup for semi-face cam nowadays, because yeah, I've had to do a big apology for the last video that I had, so there is that. Anyway, let's dive right into it, shall we? Or at least try to, basically. Anyway.
Hello.
Oh, gosh, that actually was terrifying.
Nice to meet you. And if you do know me,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I at some point keep forgetting that his actual name is Jim, but everyone just still calls him Caddy.
To hang out with my girlfriend and her kids, help them out with online virtual schoolwork, start construction on an outdoor studio and green screen room, and do some screening to tide everybody over until my next video was ready to release in February. But there was just one thing stopping me from doing this.
For the
my gaming laptop was starting to struggle a little
again,
bit.
very stuffed up today.
For the next video, which meant I needed to do something about it. What I didn't realize though was that this single decision would start the biggest domino chain of pain I've ever seen in my entire video making career. Where every single piece that fell sent a shockwave of bad luck across my life that was so huge, I was left a quivering old man begging my grandchildren to come and see me. Completely unaware that they were all dead because I killed them and I just forgot about it because I'm not. Yes, ladies and gents, I needed to. And it was horrible. No. I hated it. It sucked. I don't understand the appeal. I never want to do it again in my life. And this is now how I feel about PC gaming.
Oh, shoot. Gosh, I'm pretty sure that was expensive there, Caddy.
What? How could you even say that? PC gaming is bliss. PC gaming is the way. PC gaming is pretty cool. And you know what? That may be true.
Gosh.
I love PC gaming. In fact, I do it more than consoles, and I do them on the regular.
In
this video, the
that was
process of
terrifying.
me getting to that nirvana was not without a few cuts, bruises, tears, blood, lost fingers, and broken dreams. This video's title is not clickbait, and everything you're about to see in here is
we've had those kind of problems with clickbait. I can't even talk. Clickbait videos.
Because of this confounded infernal thing, and it has caused
it's pretty fancy though, I'm not gonna lie.
So much stress on top of everything else that's happened to me over the last few weeks. I just had to turn lemons into lemonade.
Oh gosh!
Make a video talking about all of it together for my own sanity, if nothing else. Yes, this lolloping great dishwasher has given me enough content for a goddamn storytime video. PC building sucks. I'll say it, and I don't care if I'm in the minority on this. None of this.
PC building is just like adult Lego.
Yeah, right. Remember the last time you
say they're like Legos.
On one leg of a Bionicle, and if you didn't put it on properly, the leg caught fire and melted the Bionicle's 900-pound face.
Oh no, the
PC
poor
was one of the most
Bionicle!
Stressful, time-consuming, and expensive things I've ever done. And this isn't even including the issues I've had with time and finances with trying to get the studio set up, and the other PC problems I've had unrelated to this build that have left me totally unable to create anything.
All I wanted was to make nicer videos for all of you.
Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Here's why
I don't recommend building PCs because they're pieces of shit, actually.
And let's start at the very beginning.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, I have a laptop that was my dad's work laptop, and I'm happy with it. I will never build a PC, I'll tell you that right now.
And I realized I had no idea what I was doing when it came to building a new PC. So I called up my very good friend, Low Spec Gamer, who's from Spain, which means he likes paella. This dude, by the way, is a master when it comes to PCs and PC building. His whole YouTube channel is about running the latest games at the lowest specs possible.
So he basically does it with mods.
The story is not his fault. Anyway, we started talking, and I described exactly what kind of PC I needed to build and at what budget, so that he could tell me which parts would be best, what is compatible with what, and then point me in the right direction on where to buy it all.
Issue 1.
In this current climate, finding any PC parts at all is harder than pissing into your own mouth. Our initial idea was to build a PC with an NVIDIA RTX 3080 graphics card, Ryzen 9 5950X processor, Asus Prime X570
I definitely think out of all these that he's listing, Nvidia is the only one that I've heard of.
Supply, 2 terabyte solid state drive, Blu-ray drive, Noctua NHD15 cooling fan, and 32 gigabytes of Corsair.
Dedicated wham.
All of these parts weren't too difficult
Dedicated
to obtain.
wham.
But the 3080 and Ryzen 9, woof. I spent around 3 to 4 days of checking every reputable website I could every single hour to see what the stock situation was like. Because don't forget, boys and girls, don't trust stock alerts. Use your clock alerts, or else you'll regret it to let it. I managed to grab myself the processor, but the graphics card was just not available anywhere I looked. The only places stocking them being scalpers on eBay, who were selling a £650 graphics card for around £1,700. And bollocks if I was giving that to any old Johnny. It was coming up to the 19th of January, and there was still no sign of any 3080s after a week of searching. So with time running out for me to start streaming again and start recording the console footage in time for my February video, I made the decision to start looking for the next graphics card up, the 3090. Not only way more powerful, but more importantly, it retailed for basically the same price brand new as the reseller
there's the number. Oh my god!
Thus, since it's more expensive by default, it was a little bit easier to find, and so within a day, I had all the parts I...
Wow, that legit just... I really now feel bad for Caddy. I really do, but that is freaking awful. Just seeing that, like, it makes me feel bad for people in the UK who have to, like, deal with that kind of pricing for stuff. And again, that kind of stuff would mean it's more expensive over here, but just seeing that for them, that just... Wow, I feel really bad for people in the UK right now. I feel super bad for them. Like, if there's anyone from the UK watching this, I feel really bad for you, and I hope you're doing well financially.
£800 on the Ryzen
oh my god!
£160
Jeez!
on the motherboard, £140 on the case, £150 on the power supply, £320
I wish my face cam was working so you could see my reaction, but...
£80 on the fan, £170
Dang,
on
it's
the
still going up?
£150 on
oh
the
my
monitor,
god!
and £10 on additional cables and anti-static bands for my
3,000
hands. Otherwise, if I touched any of these parts during the creation of the PC, I would have turned into a hot air balloon. This
Good lord!
£3,780. For all of you Americans out there, you can convert it yourself. So there we go. I found all the pieces. They were all shipping as fast as they could, and the PC would be up and running.
Sorry you had to deal with that, Caddy.
What could possibly go wrong? Immediately the next day, I got sent the wrong disk drive. Instead of a loose writable Blu-ray drive, I was given a portable DVD player. I'm not kidding. I quickly got all of that squared up and sorted with Amazon, after which I got what I actually ordered 2 days later. But then there was something else. The cooling fan I ordered on the 15th was supposed to get to me on the 20th, but it never arrived. And after tracking it to see what happened, I discovered that not only was the parcel never even sent out, but it actually was sent out, and was sent immediately back to the sender because I refused to accept the delivery. None of this added up, so I called the company and basically asked, so... where's me fan? And I was told on the other end,
where's me fan?
The European
that to me sounded like Stewie when he was like, where's my money? You give me my money?
The continent it was coming from,
something like
and
that.
Got sent back to their warehouses straight away.
I'm so glad we
voted gosh.
No big deal. I ordered the fan from another site, and a few days later it arrived, along with the graphics card, and slowly but surely everything else. The 24th rolled around, and it was time to jump on a webcam with Low Spec Gamer and build the thing.
Alright, here we go. Time to build the PC.
On my own, it did take a few hours, but the first day went surprisingly well, with me pointing the camera at different places of the motherboard, and Low Spec Gamer talking about how much he loves eating tortilla de papas. I managed to plug...
Okay. That clearly is not... You've already used that joke before, but dang. Again, I probably in life will never build a PC, but this legit looks so complicated. Like, I have seen and watched, like, VTubers and other people put PCs together. This legit looks so complicated that it definitely looks like it would take up hours of your time to basically finish and build. Just to get the thing finished and make sure it's working,
Plug
but still,
into the right slot, screw everything into
this
the right
definitely
place,
looks like it's a
glue the
time
cooling system to
consumer.
the processor with thermal paste, while making sure I was wearing anti-static bands. Otherwise, all of these immensely expensive components can break immediately if you so much as touch it. Isn't that a kettle of fish? And we managed to get to a point where everything was installed and plugged into a monitor, but it was all sitting on top of the box the motherboard came in, outside of the PC case, just in case something was wrong with any of the parts before we committed to putting it inside.
Don't even know what that means.
I turned the power on by short-circuiting the motherboard with the end of a screwdriver, which was horrifying. Lots of pretty glowing fans started glowing.
It's pretty cool though, not gonna lie.
Signal up on the monitor, the BIOS menu popped up, and none of my USB keyboards or mice were working.
Oh no!
The BIOS is basically the central nervous system of the
that's
PC
not good.
and dictates how it turns on,
That's
off,
terrible.
and what settings the entire PC uses at its absolute base level. So yeah, a pretty important shit that I couldn't access. We spend the rest of the day troubleshooting with multiple forums online and figure out it's probably because the motherboard itself, the skeleton of the PC connecting all the parts together, was unable to read the 32GB of
Data.
I had purchased, and that was conflicting with the USB device reading, meaning no keyboard and mouse, meaning we couldn't get any further. So we both come to the agreement that I should order a smaller single stick of 8GB RAM that was from the official motherboard compatibility list, even though the other RAM should have been compatible with it anyway, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. That costed me an extra £35. It'll all be here tomorrow. We'll revisit it in the morning. Then I went to sleep, and I dreamed of being awake. Then I woke up.
Yeah, I've been there.
Me and Lowspec Gamer jumped on another call to test it all out. And nope, wasn't having any of it. So then we move on to the next theory. Could it be the SSD? Is that a little bit damaged? Is that bad? Shall we try unscrewing it? Yeah, Lowspec, that's a great idea. No. As it turned out, after another entire day of troubleshooting online, it turned out that the BIOS software itself was too outdated for the ultra-powerful processor I was using to run it.
And let me guess, that costed you more money to get?
The processor, clean all of the thermal paste off of it and the cooler, boot it up with an older generation processor screwed and pasted in.
He's going into another rage rant. Someone stop him!
Off, unscrew the older gen processor, clean all the thermal
Caddy, come back to reality, please!
To use back in, making sure it was screwed and pasted in, and then we could continue on, set up the BIOS, and then stick it in the case and install Windows 10. By the way, in order to do any of this, I needed to wait another day because I needed to order an older gen processor. The only one available at the time being a Ryzen 5 2600 at 160.
Oh god! Jeez. Going up to even more pounds, that... Wow, Caddy, that just really sucks. But, hey, now he's got all the parts, so it shouldn't be, like, that hard to, like, put it together and just get it started. There's probably going to be some more problems, aren't there? I can just tell from Caddy's perspective, there's going to be more and more problems that he's going to have to deal with, so let's just see what kind of problems he has to deal with. Anyway,
the original processor was put back in, we tested everything, got into the BIOS, and voila, we were good to go. So it was now time to unplug most of it, stick everything into the case, and plug all the other necessary cables in, while Lowspec celebrated with some pantomaka. Again, it took me...
Jeez, he's really milking that joke, isn't he?
I was doing it over camera, and I was being careful, but I eventually made it. So I plugged in the power supply, hooked everything up to a monitor, pressed the power button, and... nothing.
What?
Absolutely nothing happened. No glowing, no whirring,
well,
any fanning. The whole thing was
out of the gutter and just falling straight into another one.
Everything was in the correct
nice, Caddy.
No screws were too tight or too loose. There was no metal
oh, jeez.
motherboard that was causing a short circuit. It just wasn't having any of it. So what do you think I had to do? I uninstalled everything.
Oh, jeez!
Piece by piece from the case and set it back up how it was when it was a naked lump of mechanical organs. And that's when we discovered something terrifying. No matter what we did, no matter what switch we flicked or motherboard pin we shorted with the end of a screwdriver, including those pins that reset the motherboard and the BIOS, the motherboard was absolutely fried. No power was going to it at all. And it wasn't the power supply either, because I did this trick where you put a bent over paper paperclip into different ends of a wire.
That is a very, very odd trick.
It was really scary and my house nearly burned down. So at this point, there was nothing else I could do other than order another motherfucker.
Oh gosh.
MEG X750 Unify.
Oh, come on!
Actual power and reset buttons, so I didn't need to short with a screwdriver just to be safe. Side note. At this moment in time, my partner Karis's work laptop for editing videos on Patreon and doing schoolwork with the kids also decided to break, as programs kept randomly opening and closing, seizure-inducing effects.
Oh, well, that's just wonderful.
Eventually, any mouse you plugged in refused to work, including the touchpad.
Well, I prefer mouse over the mouse pad.
For a Patreon-only video that needed to be done by the end of January, but also meant that Karis had to take my backup gaming laptop for all of her work, meaning that I had no choice but to get this problem fixed, or I had no way of recording or streaming anything at all. January 31st rolled around, and I was already fully accustomed to the inner workings of my PC. In fact, I knew it better, undressed than in clothes, and I was able to unplug.
Jeez, that eyebrow movement of his. That's terrifying.
No help from low-spec gamer at all. Everything worked for me, so I thought,
oh, that smile.
I opened my case, put the PC inside, screwed, plugged, switched it on, and oh my god, it finally works! Hallelujah!
Can't even say hallelujah.
Everything when he joined in on a call later on that day. Sure, I needed to buy a single key for Windows 10 Pro for an extra £20, but who cares?
Oh my gosh!
Now everything's installed. Time to get all of my programs I need and start setting up for streams and gameplay recording. I'm already days behind on this video, but I'm plowing through regardless until all of a sudden,
the facial expressions on little animated caddy is just, it's making me laugh so much, but this is a serious story of his.
And then rebooting like nothing happened. And I don't mean like Windows was going into a shutdown or restart sequence.
Oh, my nose.
The system just seemed to cut all power and boot right back up again. This happened so
well, that's not good.
I sent to a few friends of mine after only the first 3 days of use. And the worst thing was that Windows wouldn't tell me anything about these crashes. There were no causes listed, no values or error numbers. It would just run along like and not only were there no error codes, but there was also no consistency or pattern behind what was happening. I could be playing Neo at maximum 4K 60 FPS settings for over an hour and be totally
Jeez.
okay. But as soon as I opened up my emails, goodbye! It would crash when I was writing documents, crash when I opened Chrome, crash when a YouTube video loaded, crash when I opened Windows settings, crash when I opened Steam, crash when I closed Steam, crash when I started recording gameplay footage, crash when I stopped recording gameplay.
Well, that's
all the
a predicament. That's a big predicament.
I had every single graphics driver updated, Windows itself was fully updated, even the BIOS was fully updated, but no dice. I was at the whim of the black screen. Which sounds like a pretty epic episode of Black Mirror. And so, with no
I don't know about it being a Black Mirror episode, but
building diagnosis.
Then again, it might. You never know.
Out again, testing them for damage, seeing if they work individually, and process of eliminating our way through each component until we had an assumption of what could be causing this mysterious cut, aside from the barber. First, we thought that the motherboard reset switch was being activated by accident, since the crash reboots behaved identically to if I would have pressed the reset switch. Turn it off, open the case, unplug the reset switch, everything works for 3 hours, crash. Next up, we thought that the graphics card and processor were just too powerful for the 850 watt power supply, and I was getting dangerous surges, meaning the computer turned itself off to stay safe. So in that scenario, I ordered myself an Asus 1000 watt power supply for £100,
and it costed more.
Safe. 2 days later, it arrived, so I dismantled the PC,
great.
Hooked every power cable imaginable to the new power supply, and switched the cables over just in case they were the problem, put it all back together, booted it up, and then, oh my god, we've now got nothing on the screen at all. And even better, a nice red light.
Well,
what on earth could
that's terrifying.
Actually, as it turns out, it's because one of the GPU plugs was a little bit loose. That was my fault. I'm really sorry. But hey, we're back. No problems here, so it was time for me to record more gameplay footage. I managed to get about 4 hours done, and as soon as I clicked start recording after a 45-minute recording session, it crashed again, meaning I lost all of that footage entirely.
Well,
and still wasn't fixed. Next up, it could possibly have been a bad batch of since all of these crashes seems to happen during certain programs loading that are heavy on RAM usage. So I ordered yet more 32 gigabytes.
He's just having all kinds of problems with this PC. PC. And it's still going up. The expenses are going up again, people.
Processor by unscrewing it and cleaning the paste again because the cooling system was too big and covered all the RAM slots, swapped the RAM out, repasted and screwed everything back in with the processor and the cooling, booted up Windows.
I wonder how much it costs for the paste he has to put on every time and then have to remove it.
It's also around this time that my office PC, where I create all of my videos, write them, edit them, and all of that jazz, started making this noise whenever I used it.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It shouldn't be doing that. And the video
no, it should not.
Breaking, meaning I had no dual monitors, altogether meaning that video
Great.
would be impossible.
So he basically has another problem to deal with.
Yes, I need another office.
That's just wonderful.
I have spare PC parts here to build another one from scratch and put wheels on it so I could race it in NASCAR.
Okay.
I felt like I was cursed, so I decided to go pre-built.
Oh gosh, that is terrifying.
And it fits all the specs that I need.
I almost choked up on spit there for a second. Oh gosh.
Extra for next day delivery. The next day comes. And nothing arrives. Okay, fine, I get it. The virus is up there, deliveries aren't as quick, so I left it another day. And still, nothing.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. Like, considering with how Amazon and eBay can be sometimes with, like, you know, delivering their packages, and my throat got clogged up there for a second. But yeah, you can't really blame the people for delivering the packages. They're just doing the best job that they can, and more respect to them. But it's got to be like how the packaging is done and how it has to get shipped. And mostly Amazon has had, like, trouble with that a lot. But they've occasionally, like, you know, gotten here before the actual, like, shipping day. So that's good on them, but more recently it's been...
Flash checking the status of my order on my online account and discover that it hasn't even left their warehouse yet. So I decided to call them up and go, "Hey, assholes! What have you done with it?" Okay, I didn't say that. Be nice to retail employees during a pandemic.
Where's my puck?
That's when I was told that the pre-built model I ordered wouldn't be ready until the following month. So then I asked, "Then why did your website tell me it was in stock and would be here tomorrow?" And then they said, obviously, I understand and sympathize with all of these companies.
Random noise for them to make.
But unfortunately,
I love that little tiny face he did. That's so hilarious and cute.
It was going to be a month late until I chased the company myself, so I cancelled that order before the money could be taken out my account and spent the rest of the day looking everywhere for a PC that meets my specs and wouldn't take 4 years to get here.
Oh boy.
Only 3 hours of searching.
So basically just more and more problems that he has.
My video work behind even
Great.
more, but whatever. It's the best I can do at that moment. By the way, including express shipping, that added another 2,600.
Oh my gosh! Oh jeez!
Double jeopardy and risk it all for a brand new Toyota RAV4. Oh, and by the way, add on the
you definitely need some anger management there, Caddy.
The ones I was using before started color bleeding around the edges and needed to be scrapped. But the new monitors got here and they turned out to have the worst possible.
Oh yikes!
In a monitor. Yes, I went into every setting imaginable for my computer and the monitors themselves and couldn't improve it.
Yeah, I can see like all the black splotches on there, so that can't be good for the camera.
And the funny thing is, the reason I ordered these particular monitors was because they were the same company that made the other monitor that I'm using for the PC that I'm building myself, which I know is a great monitor. But when I got that monitor, that was the last one in stock, meaning that I got another model of monitor from that company in order to get it to my house quicker. And taking aside the money I spent for the first monitors, because I'll get a refund very soon.
Oh boy.
Monitors alone added on 300.
Oh my gosh.
And I still haven't fixed the first PC
jeez.
yet. Me and the gamer were absolutely stumped. So I was taking hints and tips from basically anybody on social media because nobody had any damn clue what was going on. Then my friend Devi Brown suggested I buy myself a £15 wall socket tester to see if there were any wiring problems in the wall where my PC was plugged in. Spoiler alert, there was no problem. Some lovely chap suggested I take the graphics card out and try my old PC's.
Why are these animations making me laugh so much?
Someone else suggested
I love it.
Static electricity around the PC itself, so I moved it around the living room, and that didn't fix the problem. I tried benchmarking.
So he tried pretty much a lot of problems and no solutions.
Turning on XMP so the RAM dictates its own speed.
Gosh, that face.
Run everything automatically as it sees fit, but whatever I did, nothing worked. Oh, and get your birthday hats on and your party horns full of spit, because we just hit the total amount of money I have spent to this day on sodding computers. £7,540.
My gosh!
$10,000. Add that in with the few thousand the studio
wow.
space costed me during all of this, and together that brings us to a total of no winter coats for my children in the snow £, and no dinner either pence. And
oh no, his poor kids.
Hope seemed lost. We hit a breakthrough. It's the 15th of February, and there's one error that we completely forgot to look into, which happened all the way back.
Was that the problem?
And because it only popped up one time, and then we totally ignored it because it seemed to fix itself, we then thought, what if that was the problem the entire time? Windows hasn't loaded correctly.
A solution!
Oh my god, that means... that must mean...
Was that the problem the whole time?
Oh my god! All I need to do is format my drives, reinstall Windows, and the problem is fixed. Christ almighty, we are
Why do I feel like there's another problem that comes up when he tries to fix it?
I've got a cool house, and you can tell it's cool because it's got brand new windows. Yeah, that didn't work either. So
of course. Another crash.
I wake up late, a little bit groggy. I take a shower, and I say to myself,
gosh, he looks like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining right there.
Any more gameplay for now. At the very least, I can continue scripting by watching the stuff that I've already recorded.
Oh
then
no.
It dawned on me, and my heart lodged up into my throat. I formatted the PC, and in my haste and desperation with everything going wrong,
oh no, poor Caddy, no!
I forgot to back up any of my video files, so I lost it all.
Good lord, 18 hours of lost script time and recorded footage. Well, yeah, I know how that feels because, like I said recently, I've written over 24 episodes of my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, and then I accidentally deleted that all and only had the first 13 episodes still finished, but I couldn't remember the other episodes, so I had to scrap that whole series, and now I'm working on my second series, which is actually going to be my first official series. So yeah, I know how that feels, Caddy. That is true unadulterated pain right there. That freaking sucks. It really does. It sucks. It just but hopefully there's a solution to this problem that Caddy has.
But nope, it all got lost. Which means after all of this
Jeez,
time,
those bloodshot eyes, that's so terrifying.
Back where I began with everything else, but minus $10,000.
This guy.
PC building. You want to know where the hell I've been this year, or where my regular videos have gone? That is why. PC Master Race my ass.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna go to console. Oh wait, I can't even do that because my brand new Xbox controller that I just bought has a broken.
Oh no! Another problem he has to deal with.
Screw this! I don't.
Oh gosh, those facial expressions.
My videos on the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh! Alright, there you have it, guys. That was my reaction to caddicarus's I'm sorry video, and I guess that definitely explains why he had, like, problems, like, trying to get videos out, and yeah, I've had problems, like, I haven't had those specific problems, but I've had problems trying to get videos out because mostly of work and stuff, and yeah, those have been big problems. But hey, definitely got some laugh out of that little animation of Caddy. That definitely was funny. Yugi, if you're watching this video, thank you for the request, and if there's any other Caddicarus videos you want me to react to, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll try to get to them. Anyway, with that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to never miss a video. And with that, I will see all you awesome guys and gals later. Bye-bye!